So, EggWars got a new update, or one might say,
A complete reinstallation.
and it's barely recognizable anymore. Many people in the community, including probably you, have been flooding the Cubecraft Discord, forums, and even my comments absolutely revolting. It's pretty concerning. Is the new update officially the downfall of EggWars? Well, they added tridents, so that's definitely a plus. Alright, how about we start with some of the good things from the update? What about concrete? I know almost every pack user is upset right now because their texture pack is ruined because they don't have the texture for concrete. But ignoring that, I actually think the brighter colors fit that futuristic minigame MCC Island kind of style and definitely fits the branding for Cubecraft way better. Another one is hardcore items. I think Cubecraft actually did a really decent job at reimagining the item voting. Specifically, everyone's favorite game mode, hardcore items. I mean, in the old update, if you voted hardcore items, you were literally an outcast from the community. But now though, it's really not what you might expect. If you go to the food shop, wait, there's no food shop. That's right, the food has been replaced with healing. So instead of passively healing by eating, you just throw a pot at your feet and get right back into battle. The mechanics are kind of hard to get used to, but once you do, OMG. It's actually really fun, and I suggest you try it for yourself when you get a chance to later. Now let's talk about overpowered items. The change was extremely controversial, and I did have quite a few negative things to say about the update, but literally as I was getting footage for this video, most of my concerns were fixed. Not everything, obviously, so I'll come back to why overpowered items was awful later in the video. And last but not least, emeralds. After 2 long years, emeralds finally have a proper use. And man, is it cool. You're now automatically given emeralds through egg breaks, final kills, generator repairs, and generator upgrading. With the emeralds, you can buy enchantment for your gear. You can also buy shop discounts. Shop discounts is a mechanic that I really love. So the devs added emeralds to reward players who actually perform actions in the game to make it end faster. And as for those who do nothing the entire game, they ensure those players are stuck with a garbage shop, while those who got egg breaks and final kills have a 50% discount in the shop by the end of the game. So the update is perfect then? No. No, absolutely not. From what I've seen, people have a general intolerance to change, so they hype up the update as being one of literally the worst updates in history, but I can guarantee you it's definitely not. But why did the game have to be completely reworked anyways? Like, EggWars was fine as it was, right? I mean, seriously, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, why not ask the devs themselves why everything needed a rework? Marta and Laura were kind enough to give some insight about why the team decided to completely reimagine EggWars. Marta gave an interesting post talking about the technical side of the update. I'll put it up on screen if you want to read it for yourself. I'm going to focus on what Laura wrote, since it talks more about the gameplay side of the update. We wanted to overhaul the gameplay so that there wasn't as large of a skill gap between new and experienced players. Our higher skill players enjoyed the meta of the game. It became just a game of how high can I get my win stat. This wasn't incentive enough to keep some players interested, and many would stop playing. On the other side, from a new player's point of view, they would join a game, be defeated quickly, and lose any interest they may have had. So it makes sense, doesn't it? I can guarantee most of you watching are in the category of the game is too easy, let's just see how many wins I can get today. I had that exact same mentality too back in 2019 when I immediately started grinding for the leaderboard. Or perhaps you're on the other side of the story where every game seems to be filled with that one player that gets every single egg and kill instantly. If I was on that side of the story, I would also probably lose interest in the game pretty quickly because I can't keep up with these players. This was also backed up by the statistics. Laura said that leaving it as it was showing a consistent drop in player count. So if Cubecraft wanted to keep the interest of both the new and the old players, the game needed a change. So that's exactly what they did with the 1.19 update. But was the change good? I mean, the mechanics of the game didn't really feel like it needed a rework. Overpowered items, for example, is nowhere near where it felt before. Well, Laura actually addressed this. Our plan for Overpowered was to release it in a position where it was close to the normal game mode, and then bring it further away from normal as we find balance for it. But why would they do it this way? Why not just give everything Prot 4 and Sharpness 2 like it was before? Well, Laura goes on to explain that it really comes down to the feedback of players. You can't really know if a game will be balanced until you actually have players playing it. So instead of coming up with this massive idea on how they think OP EggWars should look like, they created a bare bones version of the game and gradually built on it using the feedback of the players. So Cubecraft is literally leaving it up to you guys to make the suggestions to build EggWars the way you want to see it. So make sure that instead of commenting L update everywhere, you could try gathering your ideas and make a forum post or even write a message in my comments. If you want to learn how to play EggWars on the new update, click the video that just popped up on your screen, and this way you'll be prepared to play the game, gather your thoughts, and give more feedback to Cubecraft to see the update you guys want to see it become.